The Epic Adventures. In search of Rick.
Will Rick ever find his self?
You decide.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to day 2 of our epic adventure. So right now we're fixing to go down to the MI salt, I salt, I pepper, I. And I'll tell you what, it's another rainy day in New York City. And of course we're still blaming Indiana. But it's also very windy, and that is going to make for an epic ride in the Arch. A couple other things on the list. I want to go check out the church that Mom and Dad were married in. I want to check out where Mom lived, where Dad lived here in St. Louis, and that's going to be a little bit of an adventure, so stick around. But right now I'm headed downtown, and I'm going to do my best to find somewhere to park. Hopefully I don't have to walk 10 blocks, but anybody who knows my luck knows that I probably will. So with that, we'll see you downtown. There she is. I think that might be higher than any other building. So, within a couple hours here, we're going to be in the highest spot, as far as I know, in St. Louis. And maybe one of the scariest. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like I told you yesterday, this is something I wanted to do for a long, long time. Especially because my elder siblings have done it, and I never got to, which is totally unfair. So, we had to do something about it.
If we make it before the tram cars come down. So first, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the load zone. The tram system in which you are about to ride is unique to the Arch and was developed by elevator designer Dick Browser. Each tram consists of 8 cars with 5 seats each, and each car is connected to form one continuous tram. Once as your car ascends, the interior glass door will allow you to see outside of your car. Through the window, you will be able to see the interior structure of the arch and the 1,076 stairs that lead to the top. Once you are at the top, you will disembark the tram and walk up the stairs to the observation deck. The stairs at the top are uneven and the observation deck is slanted. So please watch your step while at the top. There will be tour guides and a park ranger at the top to answer any questions or assist you with any needs you may have. You may remain at the top as long as you like. While there, you may enjoy the view from 32 windows, 16 on each side of the arch. On a clear day, you will be able to see 30 miles, both east and west. To the east is the Mississippi River, the Ed's Bridge, the Gateway Geyser, and the state of Illinois. To the west is the city of St. Louis, the old courthouse, and Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, a few safety procedures. Once the tram car arrives, all the doors will open at the same time. We ask that you allow the guests to exit the tram car doors so they can exit out properly before you enter into your assigned tram car. The tram car doors are 4 feet tall, so please watch your head and watch your step. If not, then please watch your language.
And with that, we're off to the arch. Let's look at that bad boy. Woo-wee. Amazing. Got some workers coming this way.
I try to take a bunch of vlogs.
Alright, I guess we'll have to show them a ticket here. Oh man. Am I really gonna go up in this thing? I guess I am.
So I swung right.
All these people did it. I can do it too. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Nothing else is high. Got a lot of rain.
At this time, the tram doors are now closing. I hope you have an awesome time to the top of the arch.
Okay, here we go. We're headed to the top of the arch. 630 feet. It takes 4 minutes to get to the top. Those are the stairs you used to have to climb. Over 1,000 of them. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little freaked out. I mean, it's exciting, but it's, yeah, it's definitely testing my sense of willpower. Of course, there's no going back now, so we're going. We're headed up to the top. And I guess once we get there, we've got some more stairs to take. That'll get us to the observation deck. And that's where we really want to be. We want to take some pictures. Like I said, it's kind of windy today. I'm hoping this thing doesn't wind too much, but to be honest, this thing's going so fast and shaking so much, I'm not sure I'd even notice it. We'll start walking up some stairs here in a bit. I guess it takes another 3 minutes to get back down, so I get to do this all over again. Oh, baby. This thing has been here for 50 years. So, I'm sure I got nothing to be afraid of. But it doesn't mean I'm not afraid. Because this thing keeps changing shape. And it's definitely freaking me out. And it's really slowing down now. Yeah. So, we're almost not moving at all. Which means we must be very close to the top. Oh, we stopped. And there you go.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Just so clear up.
Thank you.
About 12 miles down the road. The water turns.
Okay.
So there's that deal.
We made it.
So where does this end up at?
You have to prove that you're
I can prove I was here now. 630 feet. And here's what it looks like.
I bet you a lot of people have been on
Holy crap. Mississippi River. That's where we were standing about a half hour ago. Hoo-wee.
Hola, aquí desde el arco. Eso es un bancote. Aquí se ve un barquito. ¿Se acuerdan a dónde andaba? ¿O tú ahí? Yo estoy hasta aquí. En el domingo que está la
You want to go down already? Are you all done? Yeah. Yeah.
You want to go down and see what you're in the store now? Or do you want to stay up here looking out the windows a little longer?
¿Ya vieron que el río está bien lleno? Que ha estado lloviendo.
In Missouri?
Fueron de las escaleras que había para bajar al río. Ahora salió una calle y todavía hay una gasosa. Todo eso está bien inundado. Y el agua llega hasta la
The Archie store is
Because we have to fly down.
full of bowling frogs.
Nice to meet you. Get used to it. All right. Down to car 5.
Thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, once you reach your assigned car, I need everybody to look down at your feet. You'll see a set of yellow painted steps to the right of your car. I need everybody from cars 2 through 7 to stand on the yellow painted steps to the right of your car, or as close to the right as you can get without blocking the tram doors.
Imagine having to walk all these steps.
Yeah, I know. I saw that coming up.
That would definitely make me turn around. Well, we did it. Off the bucket list. St. Louis Arch. .630 feet tall. 630 feet. This next part will look very familiar to my siblings, as this is where my father and his siblings and my grandmother and grandfather lived. In fact, it's the last place that my father lived before he met my mother and they moved to Pennsylvania. So it's just kind of a couple different angles and probably some memories that we all share. They lived real close to railroad tracks, so we heard trains whenever we went to visit. It had been such a long time since I had visited them that actually they passed away before I got to see this house again, so I have to give props to my cousin Robin. Without her, I never would have found the place. But she was able to get me enough information that we were able to get the address. And it's kind of cool. It's on the outskirts of St. Louis. It's a little suburb called Webster Groves. It's a little house coming up here, a little brown house on the right. Kind of sticks out a little bit. And I had to do a drive-by because I didn't want to freak out the neighbors. You're only gonna see 2 of them, but I actually did probably 10. So I'm sure they were on the verge of calling the cops. But yeah, this was the neighborhood that we hung out in, you know, cousins and us, whenever we went to visit Grandma and Granddad way back in the 70s and 80s. And really brought back great memories, to be able to see everything intact, the house intact, the neighborhood looking pretty much the same as I remembered it. But you know, this was for those of you that had anything to do with my dad coaching baseball once he moved to Pennsylvania. This really is where, this is the last place that he played baseball before he moved to Pennsylvania. And you know, besides being the last house of many really that he lived in Missouri, there were, I mean, St. Louis is just sort of renowned for its love of baseball. And my dad was very much a part of that. In fact, my aunt was telling me that when he moved to Webster Groves, there were people at the new school that knew him from an old school in Joplin, which is almost half a state away. So he had made, quite a name for himself by that point. But it's kind of cool because coming up here, it was kind of right around the corner from where he grew up. But there was a park, and I don't even know if it was there when he grew up. But as I turned the corner, I saw it and immediately thought of him. And I immediately thought of the improvements that he made to Hickory High School and their baseball field, which a lot of people don't know this, but before him was absolutely nothing. It was just it didn't even have an infield. I remember laying sod with him and, getting sponsors to build the gate and whatnot. But it really didn't surprise me to see here in Webster Groves, Missouri, a little league team playing under the lights. It just tells you how much they love baseball. And that's where he came from. That was his first love. He came back to Pennsylvania. He coached many teams many that were really on the verge of failure, that he was able to take to state championships. So he really was well respected in this area as well as back home, for his baseball skills and his ability to teach and coach. And I know there's a lot of guys out there who are very grateful to my dad for everything that he had taught them. So this is kind of where it all happened for him. Webster Groves, Missouri, and just a short jaunt through the downtown area of Webster Groves, I guess, and kind of the music that he would have listened to back then. And I thought it was kind of funny because I had spent so much time on Route 66 and doing so much research, and I kind of did the corner, and here I see Route 61. Well, we made it to Springfield. Yeah, baby. And I believe it's time to call it a night.